Yes sir. What it do? Same shit, nothing new. Got a job I gotta do. They call me Mr. W. If you doubt me, that means you're a fool.
Listen up, it's your wonder in the house, The best designer in the east without a doubt, Constantly evolving, always on the grind, Creativity's on fire, leaving haters blind, I'm like chameleon, adapting to the scene. Inspirations everywhere, I'm always on the team. From the streets to the streets, my teasers making statement, fueling my vision, no time for hesitation. Street feelings are my passion, storytelling is my game. Capturing life essence, putting east on the flame. I'm a beast, unleashed, no holding me back. My gas is my fuel, my skills are on crack. From concept to reality, I make it happen fast. No time for procrastination, I'm the master of my craft. When you need a designer who's raw, real and true, call your wonders, I'll be the one who will see it through. Orlando East's finest, no need to compromise. Evolving, inspiring, always on the grind. I'm evolving on the rise, no limits, no boundaries. I'm the designer's prize. Work it.
Mr. W, I hope you are incredible. Where are we right now? Tell us a bit about yourself and who is behind the brand.
We're in the hood right now, Orlando East. That's where I'm currently based. I am Mr. Wonderful. As I announced, as I introduced myself, I am a creative director. I'm an art director. I'm so cool at what I do. I am influenced by artists like Kanye West, Absol, you can name them, Aries. Those are like, top tier artists that like have a huge impact. I'm overall a creative entrepreneur. I've been in the space for more than 10 years. I am a self-taught filmmaker. I am a street artist. I am like, your go-to guy when it comes to graphics, when it comes to, art direction, revolutionary creative that's like, gonna spark conversations, make people want to, engage with you, make people want to buy your products, make people want to invest in your service. So yes, that's in a professional sense, that's who I am. I live in Johannesburg and I've just been going back and forth, just killing it with this creativity.
Are you currently working on any project, idea, or concept?
My most recent projects, which you'll find online, are mostly like those personal projects, those passion projects type of like aesthetics. But my most commercial stuff is the stuff that I do at work, which at the moment I'm not gonna mention where I work, but I want you to know that I work with some of the biggest franchisee brands with like a huge logo mark, like it's an M. So you take a guess. You let me know in the comment section what you think, who you think I'm working with currently.
Were you trained or are you a self-taught creative?
I'm a self-taught creative. I not necessarily a self-taught, but after I graduated school, that's when I started teaching myself some of the skills that they really didn't teach us at school. So I was able to create cool networks with people around my hood specifically because I was even able to tap into the printing industry, which created a huge name for me as a creative, like understanding the world of print.
What is your brand called and what do you do?
The name of my business is Plug the Streets. So with Plug the Streets, I am a creative solutionist. I am a creative powerhouse. I'm a production house. I create prints. I create work for campaigns. I am a I'm a custodian of the graphic design space. Like I abuse my skills in that space because I've been grinding. I've been grinding so hard to learn all of these skills, and yeah, like I use them the whole time. I shoot music films. I shoot commercials. I shoot 30-second clips. I shoot photography. That's if like I don't have like too much on my plate, but yeah. I also create videos like this with high-end budgets. When the client presents a proper project to me, like that's when I go all out. But yeah, in this instance, it's not a but. In fact, like it's a great opportunity for me to practice, which is what I'm doing by shooting this project. So yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Like you're gonna see it. It's gonna be amazing. And most stuff that I create, it's like basically visuals. I my work will soon be like be existing in our own Plug the Streets billboard. We've created work that is lived in billboards for other brands, for other huge franchisees, for other major brands. But for ourselves, we want to create that. We want to own that. So some of our work, has been exhibited. Some of our work has gone overseas. Some of our work is like local. Whenever I go through around the streets of Soweto, like I'd see someone wearing a garment or a T-shirt of something that I created, and those people probably have never met me, and I've never met them. But I'm, creating that connection with them by seeing and telling them about like the work that I've done that they currently are doing. So it's truly amazing, and I'm really grateful for that. Yeah, so like basically like we consult, if you have like any creative problems, any business or an idea that needs a little bit of polishing up, that needs some creative juices, that needs executors. I'm the person that you come to. I'm the person that you come to for all of your solutions, for all of your problems. And yeah, that's what we do.
How did the idea first come to you?
How the idea first came about for me to call my business Plug the Streets is because I realized that the streets, first of all, they needed a serious and a real plug. Someone that's like, been part of the culture, still part of the culture, and is about the culture. So that's how I see myself. I see myself as a very serious individual in the design space. I'm making sure by what I'm doing right now, making sure that my names are mentioned like in the, you know, big tables, where serious deals are being discussed. So I want my older self to see how ambitious and how willing I really am to put it on for us in our future.
What keeps you focused and grounded on what you are doing?
Yeah, you'll notice me. I'll keep looking up. I'll keep looking down because I'm recording myself. I got my phone connected to my camera, and yeah, like I'm using my Canon 200D at the moment. Been looking at like some really serious gear, and yeah, some of like one like some of the ideas that really keep me grounded in doing what I'm doing is the fact that I want to see myself buying more equipment, investing like in really really sentimental gear, which is very strong in terms of like of what it takes out, like its delivery, and yeah, like that's what keeps me going.
What inspired you to start this journey?
So there was this one time, um, probably like in 2016, 2017. I was friends with some friends from high school, and yeah, like an idea of hosting an event like came out while we were in between our sessions, and yeah, like one thing led to the other, and we were preparing ourselves. We were finding resources that are gonna help us to make this conversation come to life. And yeah, like we were friends like from high school who were sometimes recording music together, sometimes just like spending time, because sometimes like after matriculating the hood, there's really not much to do when you're waiting for your results. So yeah, so that's what's like made us like real tight with those people. And yeah, so we gathered those resources, and as soon as we gathered those resources, the vision started coming to life, and we had to be really serious. Posters were out, marketing ideas were already shared. The name of the event was Trapped in London, and it was already outside. Hashtag tail like was out there. So on the day of the event, we had to deliver. Things had to be done, and we were prepared. Like it was a really fun and a different experience to know that like I did it, like I was part of like an event which we curated as friends. So yeah, like all of that was like how like hip hop brought us together, because that was like the first hip hop event in Makasane. So yeah, like it was impressive. Like those kids that are like between like Gen Zs and millennials, the ones like we the ones that like witnessed like hip hop like going like in a different direction, which is like not giving us like any like real impact currently as people that are like hip hop heads, so yeah, trapped in London was what gave birth to this idea. When I saw that we couldn't like capture like all of our events and have it as a documentary so that we can appear on there like as people that are working or be in control of the production, much like how like all other big artists are doing like currently, like your Wu-Tang Clans, many artists like have documentaries, Kanye West, yeah, like that's like their way to control their narrative, to tell people that we've been in this business like for a while. We're not starting right now. So yeah, seeing that with we had an opportunity to capture all of that and preserve it, and use it as leverage to get more gigs or more opportunities that align to that. Yeah, I saw that's a gap. Then that's where I came in with Plug the Streets. So yeah, started shooting stuff for people. Started creating artworks. And yeah, the dream has been living ever since. To go formal about it, you have to go to school, of course. That's what I did. I got my degree, and yes, like I'm a creative, in the corporate space, but in the streets, I'm an artist, self-taught. Most of the things that I know, um, when what I learned, like while I was still operating in the print space, is that you need to, push yourself. You need to put yourself out there. You need to like have people that you work with, like people that's like complement your skill. Much like for me, like I used to do graphic design for them, so now like they are in the printing space. So those two industries, that's where they meet and they mix, and it becomes like an interesting bomb. We make money. We change lives. We change our own lives. We get an opportunity to negotiate for more because we've gained experience. We've been around. So yeah, it's a mixture of both. I'm trained and I'm self-trained mostly. What inspired you to start this journey? Yes, like as soon as you graduate, as soon as you can work for someone else, you know that's it's much better to work for yourself. And yeah, like in some industries we learn a lot about those things. Like we learn a lot in printing industries and all other industries that have to do with independence. We learn to like manage ourselves, manage other people's businesses, make it easy for them, make them look good, and that's how you gain people's trust.